Hello everybody and welcome to a very special video. Well, not really, it's probably one of the only videos I'm gonna do, but basically, like many, I have gotten a annoying black screen on my computer. Well, basically when it starts up, it comes up with this error message, and to those that are most likely experiencing the same because you clicked on this video, I'm going to tell you how to fix that, because now mine doesn't do that at all. She works perfectly, so I'm going to try and help you guys out, and I've realised there's no decent tutorials on the internet of how to do it, and also the Asrock instructions aren't really clear. So basically I'm just going to go through everything, I'm going to tell you how to fix it, and you're going to fix that PC. This will probably work with 95% of the cases, I'm pretty sure it will, but just a disclaimer before you continue watching, this only works on Asrock motherboards as far as I know. I'm not aware of any other manufacturers that do this. However, it's probably worth looking into to see if they do something similar, but I'm just going to show you for Asrock motherboards. Thank you, and I hope you fix your PC problems. So, how do you fix the startup error message Intel LAN MAC address invalid with CMOS and flash? Or it could also be MAC address invalid with CMOS and flash, or any number of statements or sentences that are related to that. Now, basically, I'm just going to go through the steps that you kind of have to go through in order to fix this, and just some background information before you start. As I stated before, this, as far as I know, only works on Asrock motherboards, and you will also need a USB, you'll need a tool named Rufus, you will need the Mac tool from Asrock. I will show you how to get all of these, links will be in the description, and I will tell you what to do in more depth, but this is just basic what you'll need. You will need to locate your MAC address on your motherboard, which is located, I'll just bring up this infographic, which is usually located on the sides as a small thin sticker, usually around these parts. They're not usually on this, they're on this I/O port area, they're usually around here. Now, all MAC IDs or MAC addresses on motherboards are 12 digits, so look for a thin sticker, kind of like this one. On this motherboard, it's located up here, but find a thin sticker that has a 12-digit code on it, or MAC address. You might have to open your computer, look for it, and if so, please make sure you turn your computer off in that case, because you don't really want to get electrocuted or you don't want to harm anything. Unplug it via the power supply, and look thusly for the MAC ID. I would suggest writing it down or typing it into your phone in notes or something, and once you've done that, please come back. And remember, 12-digit code. Pause the video or get out of it and come back, look for this MAC ID, and once you have found your MAC ID on your motherboard, we can continue. Okay guys, so welcome back. I presume you have found and located your MAC ID on your motherboard, and if so, let's continue. Now, what you want to do is you want to go onto the internet, and you want to look up Asrock. Of course, links in the description for both things up here. It will take you to the Asrock website where you can download the Mac tool. Now, what this Mac tool does is basically, when you put it onto a bootable USB drive, which I will show you how to do, you are then able to change it, as this bit of software here comes up with kind of a CMD interface when you boot through the USB, and you just have to write out some things into it and it should fix it. I believe you only have to write out one sentence and it should all be fixed. When you're on this Mac tool download, they have a utility for newer versions of Asrock motherboards, and they also have a utility for older versions or earlier models. Now, I am only going to show you how to do it with the newer versions. I am not sure about the older versions. I think you'd do it the same, but I don't really want you guys to go off and do it and ruin something. So I apologize that I can't help you for this. I mean, it could be the exact same, but I just haven't tested it. Maybe someone who's techie can tell us in the comments if it works like that, or if they experiment with it and it works just the same. That would be awesome. So yeah, I'm just going to do it with the newer utility. Now, what you got to do is you click download and bring it to your desktop. What you want to do is you also want to make a new folder on your desktop, which you can do just by right clicking, going new and folder, rename it to Mac preferably, and yeah, just rename it to Mac so you know when you have to extract it, you'll be able to find it quite easily. Now, of course, you'll need a zip opener, archive, or something like that. Just something that can open zip files. I'd suggest WinRAR, but there's also another program called 7-zip and just many others. I'll link WinRAR and 7-zip in the description so you can choose, and go and download them. And once you have downloaded and installed, you want to go into this Mac folder. You want to go to extract, or extract to. You want to find your folder that you want it to extract to. So mine's here on desktop, and click OK. Once you've done that, all the files from that should be in here, and you're pretty much golden now. You can get rid of that if you want. I'm going to delete it. But by all means, keep it there. Now, what you also want is a program called Rufus. Now, let me explain this to you. If you just put this stuff here onto a normal USB without formatting it or anything, it won't show as a boot option when you go into the BIOS or UEFI. What you have to do is turn it into a DOS platform. Now, there's a very easy to use program in order to do this. It is called Rufus. Link in the description. All of these downloads are safe. I've used it and it's worked fine. No hidden viruses, so you'll be right. And once you've downloaded that, you want to click onto Rufus. Of course, bypass the admin, and you will come up with this. Don't worry about that. It's just Avira being a pain. The auto run actually comes with this. The auto run is found on the USB when you put this onto it. It's not harmful or anything. It's just my software being way too overprotective. It doesn't do anything. So what you want to do is when you're in this program, it will show you heaps of different devices. And what you want to do is select yours, so I've selected mine. You want to go, under partition scheme and target system type, click MBR partition scheme for BIOS or UEFI, and then you want to change the file system to FAT32. You want the cluster size to be 16 kilobytes. You want the DOS, but you want to label this DOS boot or something that's easy to recognize when you're in the BIOS or UEFI. You want to click Quick Format in Format Options, and you want to click Create a bootable disk using FreeDOS and create extended label and icon files. Now, before you click Start, I believe it comes up with a message telling you, but just before you click Start, I have to remind you that make sure you're not using a USB with anything on it, because when you format a USB or hard drive, it deletes everything off of it, and it's kind of like restarting it. So it will delete everything off of it. So if you have something special or something you don't really want to delete on the USB, I definitely suggest backing it up into a file or folder on your PC so you don't lose it. So anyway, I'm just going to click Start. It reminds you that all the data on the device will be deleted. Click OK. Once that's done, you want to exit out of it. You want to locate your USB, so mine's here. And then this is the auto run folder I was talking about. It is just put in there, so I believe this is the thing that pretty much makes it run or makes it bootable. It doesn't do anything to your computer, trust me, I've used it. And just another reminder, MyVira is just it's just an overprotective program. Really good antivirus actually, I would recommend it, but yeah, no need to worry about that. So once you've got all that, it's as simple as going into your Mac folder with all the files in it that you extracted earlier. You want to move all this stuff into your USB. Didn't quite work for a second there. Okay, it will move everything onto the USB. All of these files. Once that is complete, your USB is now bootable and you can now go and run your USB in the BIOS and you can boot off of it. And it's got all the software in it needs in order to change the MAC address. However, there is one or two final steps. Can't remember off the top of my head because I'm kind of doing all this in one go. There's two more things you have to do, and I'll go through those right now. Okay, now, what you want to do first off is restart your computer, and when you restart it, it should come up with the option to go enter UEFI or BIOS by clicking either F2 or another key shown. Now, once you've done that, you want to go into the boot. Section of the UEFI or BIOS, and in this boot option priorities, it should have boot option 1, boot option 2. Within here, you should be able to select your USB. It should be able to be seen fairly. You'll be able to tell that it's the USB that you've put in there, as it will say USB. And if you haven't got any other USB devices, well, like not USB devices as in mouse or keyboard because they won't register, but you know, if you don't have any other USB flash drives in there and you see one selected, that's most likely the USB you set up. Now, what you want to do is you want to set that USB to boot option 1. Now that means when you click save and exit, when you click the exit thing up here, it will take you out and it will boot onto that USB. So it will come up with kind of a command prompt looking interface. I don't really have any pictures to show you that show what it looks like, but you'll know. You'll definitely know. Okay, so what I've done here is I've pretty much attempted to recreate what you see once you've booted onto the USB drive and you get the command prompt looking interface. Now, this is pretty much step by step what you'll see. You'll have, you know, Asrock, it gives you the UEFI version, heaps of random PC crap, stuff you don't really need to care about, and then it will come up with a command line where within that command line you want to type this. You want to type Mac space C, and you want to enter the Mac ID that you found on your motherboard. Of course, don't put it in those square brackets, just enter the Mac ID here. And once you've typed it in, click enter. And what will happen is it may take some time to load once you click enter, and don't think your computer's spazzing out. That's normal. What's going on is it's just loading everything it has to in order to change it. So if you click enter and nothing happens for a while and it seems as though it's frozen, don't panic, because it's really fine. It will go through a bunch of loading processes, and at the end of it, if it was successful, it will come up with this, and then stopped. So it will come up with your Mac, and it will come up with the sum of it, and it will just stop there. And once it's gone through all of that and loaded, congratulations, your computer is fixed. To get out of the Asrock UEFI, well, your Mac tool terminal or command line, just turn your computer off and on again. And once you've done that, there should be no error messages coming up, and you should be able to see just the normal Asrock load up screen instead of that really annoying "this is an error, click F1 to continue" or whatever. This is pretty much guaranteed to fix it. If it doesn't, do contact Asrock, and hopefully they'll either send you a new motherboard or they'll do something to fix it. And please also do remember to once it's all working fine, to set your boot priority back to its original. You can do this just by turning your computer off and on again, clicking F2 and reverting it back to how it was. So I hope this helped, guys. I really do, because it was a problem that was really bugging me and annoying me for quite some time, and I couldn't find any decent tutorials on it. So I hope I've helped you, or helped at least some of you out here. Thank you so much for just watching this video, and I really do hope I've helped. Maybe subscribe to this channel. This could be the only video I make. This could be one of many, I don't know, but yeah, just thank you so much, guys, and have a good one.